Flashbang! Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Ritual League 3.13. In this episode, we have build reviews back. So, if you guys don't know, I brought build reviews to the YouTube instead of on the Twitch with channel points. So basically now all you have to do is on this video, this one, comment below your profile name, your character name, and the problem with the build, and then I will do a video like this where I have pulled up well, as you can see here, all of these people. So I'm going to go through each and every single one of these with each and every single problem with you guys. So here we go. CrazedBananaRitual. I'm dying a lot and need more survivability. I have a glorious vanity that I can add for overleech from my amulet as well. Let's start it off. Boom! Wait. Is this it? No, that's the second one. Here we go. So this is really cool. It starts off so cool. Okay, this guy is not a normal build. What the hell is that? Shadow Assassin. And normal build is like Summoner. So, welcome to my build reviews. We have a lot to get through. Blade Blast. Oh my god, 10 blades. 860,000. What did he say he had a problem with again? I'm dying a lot and need more survivability. So he has the overleech. He has 5,000 life. Leech. ES. I noticed that he has 200 armor, but 3,000 evasion. So basically he's really squishy. Even though he has dodge and some block, it doesn't matter. And I think that might be like Val Grace or something. There you go. So that's the real dodge. And then he only has 44 chaos, and he went all the way over here just for chaos. His tree is really interesting because he's like giving up a 2-point jewel socket, a 2-point jewel socket. This few, that's like 4. That's terrible, right? In comparison. So my first instincts would be, dude, first of all, yo, a couple jewels for 2 points sounds so broken. Instead of like this chaos and this life node and yep, it looks okay overall though. Like it looks fine what you've done. I see what you did. I get it. If you want to be tankier, you either have to raise all of the mitigation, so your physical damage reduction, your elemental, and your chaos, or just raise your life. If you get to like 7,000, this will probably feel a lot better. And so if you just change the skill tree a little bit and maybe get some jewels and maybe fix up some of the items with life, because I noticed this had 35 life. This has 53. This had 70. That's fine. 55. You got 55, you got 55, you have the vermilion, you got 55. So if you went for like real rings, maybe with the extra life. This is also a 9 passive. You could save a skill point just by going for an 8 passive, because there's this 1 extra point right here, in between the jewel socket. So you save a point. If you go for an 8 passive, you save another point here. And then there's also just some life, I think, that you skipped, but overall, it doesn't look too bad, man. It just, yeah, it's totally understandable why you would feel squishy. Next one. I don't want to spend too much time on each one. XtheBert. So I got his after. I got him to actually reply and tell me the character. His account was private, and now I got it public. So he did this with an elegant hubris, and this. And then he anointed Ravenous Horde, but I don't know what it is, what this is. That's so weird. So I'm just going to ignore that. He said, would like to know what upgrades I should work on next. Okay. So we got, I did not look at this. Holy shit, it's a spider build. Okay, let's just look at the spiders. 172,000. Let's say he has everything. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know anything about spiders. But he's missing a jewel socket. So everything's not here. But 75 reses, 1,500 armor, 900 evasion, 3,000 life. 1300 evasion, energy shield. You are elemental as chaos with minions, and then you do a lot of elemental, and then you're doing critical per maximum power frenzy, power charge, and then Victorio's charity, so you are giving power and frenzy charges, and you're doing envy. What's envy? Fuck, that's something I probably should have used in my other build. Flashbang. Extra flashbang for you. Oh god, what is this build? Chaos damage to attacks and spells. Cool. This build looks really cool. What would I recommend? Well, for you to be able to play this, actually, you should probably get real items that are like rares with life, and then be a lot tankier, and don't go down these like memes of maybe the Ancient Skull, Vis Mortis. But the Victorios is really good, and you can do the spiders. I just think you're a bit too squishy, probably. That's probably it's viable. This is gonna work. You just have to put real items in. Next, Ahmed L. We got Holysiht. Okay, let's pull this one up. I think that's this one. His thing was Ticklebeh. Okay. We have damage is decent, but problem is my HP is too low even with max res and 90 fizz damage reduction. I'm still getting one shot by some mechanics. Current hubris is 160 damage, 160 life. Okay, here we go. So I noticed right away he has 2 million deeps, 3,000 life, just under 3,000, 9,000 armor. He's got some big physical damage reduction. He's got 75 reses, 75 chaos. Why does he die with 3,000 life, guys? So I was like, bro, okay, look, he has a big 160 fucking hubris. What if, okay, look, 117.94. Yeah. Watch this. Just watch this. Just keep watching. That's 4. So in theory, I could do that instead, but we don't even need to do that. Chaos is still capped without it. And you have this, one more. Gross. So 42.52 for 400,000, so 25% DPS for 1,000 or 1,200 more life, 1,300 more life. This is of your 3,000, so this is just math to me, right? So yeah, it just doesn't seem worth it in your spot in like a ratio standpoint. And then there was more stuff. This is a renewal rotting clause, and you spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points on an 8-point thing, and you actually get the extra notable for free. If you just buy the better one, yeah. So renewal, rotting claws, and then you could go like vicious bite, extra notable. Then you do more. You did it here, I think. Yep. So yeah, it's the same point. 7 points. See, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you already knew. And then the difference if you had this jewel twice. I'm sure you already know. And it was just that it's expensive. Where's the other one? Boom. Ta-da! So much more. And yeah. And then I got you a ton more life, and that's what you wanted. And the damage was probably good enough, honestly. Your damage is insane, dude. Your damage is nutty. Next one. Hockey. He played PoE from 5 week, and this is his first build, and my big problem, I don't know how can craft good items. I still bore. Okay, next. We have this one. So this is minimonnn, and he's a witch elementalist, and you can tell that he does double cluster, and then he hasn't seen every video, and he's not sure what he wants. So 483,000. His clusters are Feasting, Fiends, Primordial Bond, Renewal. His minions are Carrion, Stone, Chaos. So he is all of them. So he's six golems, apparently, with the Anima and then the Elementalist. So this is no Primordial because he's like, this is the old stuff. And then he's Chaos Res and Ele Res, 3,000 life again. 3,000 armor. So what I would say for him is the things we learned is he asked for good items to craft. So let's tell him the clusters are like the last guys. Rod and Claws. You need Rod and Claws. So you have Rod and Claws here, Renewal, Call to Slaughter, okay. And then in your build, in your CarrionGolem, you have Impale. So you've done that. And you have Anomalous. And you have Divergent Dread Banner. So basically, what I'm seeing here is that you don't need this cluster that much. Right? You just don't really need this. Compared to just more life and shit. And then it's also the pathing through here is just better, isn't it? 2 points, and then like I proved that this was just really good to spend 2 points on. And then to spend 4 points just for a jewel socket all the way over here seems a bit crazy, isn't it? And then Blessed Rebirth in this one. Do you have skeletons? Nah. So like that's useless. This is like not something we would use in the build. So then you could save points there and just put a normal jewel in. And then I think I see that you have no eminences at all. So I'm pretty sure that you'll gain... Here, you have no harmonies. Okay, let me just... no eminences. Also, you can get better rolled primordial jewels so that they have higher rolls. I would highly recommend that. Let's do this one. Swap this for this. 560, and then swap this one. 590. Swap this one. 616. And then, yeah, you did that. Cool pathing. That's really cool. You did the unwavering. You're only 93. It's pretty low. And you're the elementalist, so it's actually really hard to do what you're doing. This is like the old build, and you have Bone Offering in... This is literally like 8 builds combined. Because as an elementalist, this doesn't work. So you copied something, and then it... Yeah, so you don't need Bone Offering here. Instead, I guess you would just do Flesh Offering because of more deeps, more damage. Change it to like level 8 or something. There you go. So you get even more damage. You could automate that. You have the 100% Impale, I'm assuming, based on all the stuff I saw. 97. Probably get that extra amount, get the extra level there. And let's look at the CarrionGolem main link. Impale. Okay, that looks good. What is it now? 100. There we go. You just have to raise up the quality of the thing. It's going to make a big difference. I also noticed, so you have the Feeding Frenzy. That's good. And you could also add Mim. And then you get even more damage. And then when you actually turn everything on, because I didn't even have everything enabled for this build, this is actually a ridiculously strong build. Like really, really big damage. But, that one I'm not going to turn on. That doesn't actually work. I would say that you shouldn't be at 3k life, so you shouldn't really do this cluster thing. I think you'd rather spend the 1 point there, maybe drop off all of that, and then you can do this. That's fine, and then you could do this, and you could do my new / old thing, where we do like 1 billion jewels, and you get all the decks and shit from that too. So you don't even have to spend decks on the skill tree, and so you'll see 1.47. The other thing, or you see how you still have 1.47 million without the other jewel sockets, without this entire thing. So we could just end up spending the extra 3 here, spend an extra 1 there. You're already chaos res capped. In theory, your stuff is probably dying in the build unless you have elemental army. Your stuff isn't res capped. Your specters and shit, like the zombie, isn't actually res capped unless you have elemental army. So you actually it's kind of trolling unless you have elemental army in the helmet, or you need to have indomitable army on the skill tree. So like you've combined a bunch of builds into one, and it's pretty interesting though how my old build basically still works. My old stuff still works, dude. Everyone's showing off my old stuff and how, wow, it's still really strong. Life version, really strong at doing the deeps. There you go, 4,300. Next one. We got Ashkar. Anything I can do to get tankier more efficiently, or any upgrades I should be working on Lethal Pride? Okay. Next. This one's so hard. So this is his Lethal Prod, right? Oh, it's now an Elegant Hubris. Oh, okay. Originally, he said it was... Okay, so this is 700,000 DPS. This is the low life build. So it's a Chevrons, 3,000 ES, 87 res, 88 lightning, because it has the extra skill tree thing. It's the typical low life, uses an extra pure aptitude to get the mana reserve. It reached 87, 88. It had 700,000 damage, which is honestly pretty good. It's not good enough, but it's pretty good. You probably want like 2 to 3 times more than that, probably 3. I noticed Commander of Darkness, so yep. Then we look at everything, and you said you wanted to be some upgrades and tankier. So my thing to point out is your armor is 500, your evasion is 1500, you will get destroyed. Your physical damage reduction is 5. Your chaos res and your reses are great, but against physical things, you're going to get destroyed. This same thing is going to come up in a little bit again and again in multiple builds, okay? But anyways, main thing is that this is hard to upgrade because you have just straight up uniques. So what I would recommend is using real items that are not uniques. So some upgrades for this specific problem that I have in your build is physical damage reduction. So you know this already because of the flask. So let me actually show you. This is your stuff without flask. 9,000, 62,000, 57,000, and then 31,000. So you're really tanky, but then physical. So that's fair. And now this is the actual flask setup you have, because you knew that. 27,000, 88, 101, 81, because the block and shit. So your physical is still the problem after flask. So this is just not well balanced. And so I would say you would want rings with endurance charges, possibly an amulet with endurance charges, like real items, because Presence of Chayula is not the best in slot ammo you can get, etc. Like across the board, these uniques aren't the best. Rares beat them, and a Chevrons is just for low life, and you can go CI, so you don't have to build chaos res, and you save an entire suffix on all your items. It's really fun. And then you can't run a Prism Guardian, you can recover on block, and yeah. But either way, it would be your physical to focus on. with the flask up, it's a lot better. But even with the flask up, you'll still notice this is half as tanky as your non-flasked Ellie. So that's what's going on. Be careful of his hits. Or start looking into replacing some stuff for endurance charges, physical damage reduction, Fizz as LE, Fizz as chaos, whatever kind of conversion you can get. Yep, maybe even increased armor on a flask, and more mods to help you, like increased evasion and etc. Next, we have this guy. So his is syndicate operatives, and he's looking for upgrades. So I had that one. Whoops. This one. So he says 136,000 damage here. And he's looking what upgrade he should take, and he thanked me. So I saw clusters like this, so he could fix clusters to have another notable, because renewal vicious bite isn't the best. You can get like extra stuff. So first of all, you have to go look at his specter so that you know what damage type it is. He's doing the cold conversion and some chaos off of spirit offering probably. And so he has block stuff, he's got EE, he's doing the shield, he's specters, and his thing was next upgrade I should take into all things. See, now that's like such little effort, so that's just so generic, where so these people say, oh, I'm dying a lot, I need help. This is just like, yep, give me an upgrade tip, thank you. It's like, this is a pretty good build, man. I don't know what your problem is, so then how do I help you specifically? Now this is just a build review. So he's doing 136,000. There's 3 of these in the entire build review, and they all do around the same damage, through 136, 145, 150 maybe. So they're all around this, and they all complain. So they feel like they need more damage apparently. So they and I didn't tick this. He has EE. There we go. More damage, and so it's like very active. You have to frost bomb the enemy, your bone offering, your specters. You had to give up your shield to give the frenzies and powers. You want a crazy helmet, as you have. So you know exactly what you're doing, and I looked at the build already. It looks pretty strong across the board. The only one of the things that stood out was, why is there a +1 zombie Ami? And I'm just not sure what else you would do there. But overall, yeah, there was just like upgrading the items and going some better mediums, because I don't really know if you need this surging vitalities. I guess you have no sustain otherwise. It's a pure DPS build that's supposed to be played with supports, dude. So I don't know. Yeah, like your physical damage reduction is really bad. You're really squishy. You don't have chaos res. It's pure damage, and yeah. Next build. Energy shield is okay, but my damage is stuck at 2 to 2.5 mil. Hope to boost my damage higher or help make myself tankier. Ready for this one, guys? So we started off with an aura stacker again. So this is another guy who said he's ES low life 957,000. If you saw, remember the last one, the other low life was 700 something thousand, and so he has 5,600. And he said, can he upgrade the build in any way? And so it's again a similar situation where he's pretty much maxed out the low life in theory, except for raising the aura effect, which is getting more of the clusters, getting another cluster and going and doing all that and getting more aura effect. This is the right one, right? Yeah, ritual. So he has 2 million apparently on his side, because he does stuff different, like turning pride all the way up. And I didn't enable shit. What the fuck? Wait, this one's high DPS. compared to... Wait. Hold up. Does he even have the mim? He even has the mim. .3. So this is okay. That's pretty good DPS. Decent. It'll do okay on 20 deli. It's good. Mim, intimidate. He had the awaken melee phase. Yup. Nothing leveled up. So it's just 2120. And he had 5600. Yo, low life so fucking broken, dude. Holy shit. So he has some armor, 1,000 evasion thing, 75,000. So it's again the physical thing though. It's like the same issue. This is with floss on, so he had a roomies, basalt, granite, 2%, 243, 10,000, 67,000. So it's like, dude, look how crazy the build is. Is it real? So you have to have these on, and even with these on, double. So you need to up the physical damage reduction, and then it's similar to the other build. You see the same thing, guys. Presence of Chayula, Sintrek, like things you definitely don't need. And then you can probably go towards mana reserve and not needing to go low life, but low life clearly works. Low life is clearly fine, and it's just working out these other items, the rings, the ammi, the boots, these other things, maybe working in armor. The fact that you have to go with shavs though, like your energy shield, you want to get some evasion. Maybe if you can fit grace in the build, it'll feel a lot better. Block feels a lot better too when we're the witch necro, and you can go mistress of sacrifice with bone offering. If you haven't looked into that, you should probably try that. What was the current one that you had? Did you even have an offering? Oh, this was flesh and stone DPS. That's part of why it's so high, but mine's also around the same. It's also pride. Oh, and pride is broken in POB with this, isn't it? It's like it says it works, but it doesn't actually. Flesh and stone and pride get scaled by auras, but they don't actually do the extra damage or something. I'm not sure if that's, yeah. Either way, the focus of it was about physical. Same problem with the other build, physical damage reduction, guys. You really, telling you, endurance charges, phys conversion mods are our fucking friend. That is the future. That is what we're looking at from now on. Next, we got this guy. He changed his whole build. He already replied and said he's good to go. He played the build. He got it to like 20 million damage, and he's good. How do you craft your wine? I already have a video on that. And then this one was quite long, but it's a really good POB. So he says, "Hi, could you please check my build as well and see if there is anything that can be improved? I don't use any cluster jewels. Have been having a hard time though changing Feeding Frenzy to Awaken Melee, as losing zombie aggression seems not a good choice even if there is damage drop. However, with my current setup, I have done Red T16 Cryptid as well as Cyrus and other endgame bosses. Prof. Profile crypto. Okay, I'd say my character is pretty tanky, has overall good damage to clear content. I'm working on getting some gear upgrades." Okay, here we go. Wrong one. Is this it? Which one was it? This one. Okay, so this is a very different setup, and you guys will go, "What the hell is that?" So he's all the way down here at utmost might. So now you know what it is. It's a Baron. He's got 1600 strength, 500,000 per zombie, 12 zombies, 6 million, 3,000 armor. He's feeling good, 6,000 life. Leech is crazy. And then he's like, he said he can't drop Feeding Frenzy. So in the week he decided, yep, he's still running it. And I would agree, dude. Isn't that what I've been saying all along too? So he's done all the stuff, Anomalous and Pale, which is cool. And he did the, he has Flesh Offering with the Cyclone, Castle Channeling, Desecrate. That's cool. Purity of Elements, some old school shit. Immortal Call, Custom Damage Taken. I noticed this big setup. But I also noticed that you could do Maim with Flesh and Stone, but you can't fit it here. And yeah, you have your Awakened Generosity, Dread Banner, Precision, which is pretty cool. And yeah, Pride, and Convocation, and Vitality, level 3. It's pretty weird. That's pretty weird. Wonder how good it is. And then you have Meat Shield in the helm on this. Again, I wonder how good that is. But you've taken all the stuff on the skill tree. And then I also was wondering if you even needed this Lethal Pride. So I don't know what it actually gives because you didn't tell me. So I could assume the best case scenario, 15% increased strength or 10% increased strength, 20 strength. It doesn't really matter what it gives, right? I would say to you this. Have you seen Ahuana, Immortal Ambition? So life leech effects are not removed at full life. And so in your build you have 59 energy shield. This says you lose 5% of the energy shield per second, which is literally like 1, less than 1. And life leech effects recover energy shield instead while in full life. So this gives you, if you give me a second, one more thing. For this build, I highly recommend going overleech because it gives you 5 seconds. 5 seconds, where is it? I don't know. Either way, or is it here? Point is, you should try the Ahuana passive of the Ahuana large passive of the Glorious Vanity. It was used in the first build of this Path of Building build review stuff. And so the guy used Overleech, and it's better than the strength stacking because you already have so much, and you don't need 1600. You only need 1000, and you'll do a lot better with not having to go for so much. Old threshold was 1500 because it was 5 zombies. It was every 300. Now it's every 500 instead of 300. So you only get 3 instead, where we got 5, dude. The stacking strength was so fucking OP before. But yeah, I really like the build. And that was my biggest thing that you want. That's the core of Baron in 3.13, dude. Zombies plus Ahuana Overleech. So I might like highlight this as like the main focus with Ahuana. Yeah, it's pretty insane, dude. You could have it like right here. Kill this node. Fuck this LE res and armor. You don't really need it. You just need some cold res, and then you honestly skipped barbarism anyways. So and you went for Juggernaut. You went for the armor stuff instead of the massive nodes, the OP nodes. But I also kind of like that you came all the way down to Champion of the Cause. You have so much aura stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's this new thing. I was going more combination of summoner and auras, not just aura stacking, not just summoner stacking. It's both. Combine them. Nice build, man. I hope that helps you. Ahuana, Glorious Vanity. Great content, dude. Looking forward to the budget version of the Ascendant build. Never did an Aura Stack build before, and I want to try Ascendant. I got a Necro Aura Stack Spectre build at the moment, kind of lacking in damage and maybe survivability too on those Maven invitations, but I think it's because I don't kill the bosses fast enough. Okay. This one. So his damage is 100,000. So remember that last Syndicate operative Spectre video? Build in this Path of Building build review thing. It was 145,000. This has 100,000, so it's lower. That's why he's lacking damage. You need more. How would you do it? Well, the other guy had the insane helmet. It feels like you need the helmet for this cold ship. You can get a better wand. You don't aura stack for damage. You can, but generally you don't. You aura stack as a well-rounded build, so you're making a well-rounded build, and then you kind of should expect lack of damage when you have these kind of reses. That's crazy, dude. Physical damage reductions poop, evasions poop, chaos res poop. So you're getting destroyed in everything probably. You need more damage just to cheese content. So this res stuff doesn't matter that much. You kind of just need more damage. So what are some ideas? A better wand, and 2 wands, a damaged chestplate, capped reses, capped chaos, some 5,000 life, or 5,000 energy shield, whatever you wanted to do here. Like, okay, you go shavs, fine. Stay shavs, do your low life, do your auras, but make sure that you get some deeps. You're going to have to get at least 1. And then you get some more life back to reserve more... dude, is this really worth it for an extra Spectre? That's crazy, dude. I don't know. He even has the extra level in the boot. Dude, you need the helmet. Or you have to just go a 6-link. A normal 6-link? Chestplate? I don't know, dude. Or go my Impale. Try Impale. Try my Spectre version with Impale. You might like it. Next build. Leifet. Any tips is okay. I get one-shotted in heist. Sure. We're almost done, guys. There's not that many. It's a joke. There's a fucking billion. I touched something. What did I do? Oh yeah, this is the one that I didn't know. Oh, whatever. So, this is a standard character. Witch Elementalist. So they have the new stuff with exposure. And their Cold Irons, Brass Dome. Nice build. Headhunter. Fuck yeah. I'm down. Let's go. Looking at life. 3,800. How the fuck does this happen so often? 9,000 armor. Big physical damage reduction. LE res, chaos res. Dude, this is the build. So they have this big fat hubris, and I'm thinking, bro, what if you just didn't do it? What if you just didn't do it? Right? What if? It's just like the other one. What if you just didn't? Okay? And now, honestly, how the fuck are they keeping their specters and shit alive with literally nothing? So their build makes no sense to me because there's like a million question marks, but they have no minion LE res in the build, so their zombies and shit can't survive. So the reality is that you come through here, and you don't take this stuff, and then you come get the thing, and you don't get this stuff, and you could give back the 8 all res, LE res, or whatever, chaos res, and then you could give back this, because now you're pathing through here instead, and then you go get the 15 from here, you go get the Grave Intentions, all the new stuff I've done, oh fuck, and then you can come through here instead, and this is a max build, dude, this is a max build, so like level wise, so they have the skill tree, and then you see how there's stuff that they skip to do the other thing, and it's like, nah, they just wanted to do that other meme, but really they should have just had a 4200 HP build, LE res capped with extra 1 fire res. They have more life, 1.2 million deeps. They get, I don't know what this was, but shouldn't this be enough? This is half of like the crazy top ends that I've been doing right now, and that's enough. And so this should be enough, and then you have way more life, which should feel a lot better for now. I don't know what this was, but it looked like a... Oh, so one tip is if an elegant hubris takes 4 points, that's not that good. 4 points. Not that good. Because the reality is you take it like this, and then so if you're taking this, it's actually a 4 point. This one is a 4 point. These are terrible. Sorry, I just... Part of the build review. I gotta be Mr. Right, not Mr. Nice. Kappa. Okay, next one. That should help a lot, though. That skill tree difference. Let's actually see your items real quick. I think I also noticed there was no life on the helmet. It was a really nice helm, though. We also learned that you don't need the +3 that much, and you don't need the 16 minion damage, so you could go life, and you can roll it with you can roll it with bound fossils, or you could just buy it, because it's not that hard to roll. Honestly, people will have a lot of them. Nice Amy. Nice. Double +3s. Headhunter. Forbidden Taste. Double Life Flask. Get the immune to bleed. I might recommend a Basalt with a bleed instead for your physical damage reduction, because you already have really high thing. Eldritch Battery during Flask. Life recovery from Flask also applies to Energy Shield. Consecrated Ground on use. There's better Sulfur Flask than this. Why are you using this one? But otherwise, nice build, man. Nice work. Oh, what? One more. You should use Vicious Bites instead of Primordial Bonds, because you have only carrion golems and the buff doesn't matter that much. So you want Vicious Bites instead of Primordial Bonds. And the example is so Primordial Bond replaced with Vicious Bite. And then you do this, and then you change the other one as well, and then you see that your damage is now 1.4. So next build, we have HollowSmile. I'm currently working towards building my rings, not the ones I have there with resist, life, and minimum endurance charges, as well as other boots. However, the guide says I should use Jinx Juju for amulet. I want to ask if it's better to have the amulet with +1 int gems and +1 minimum endurance charges. Other than that, any other suggestions that are most welcome? Thank you, Ethan. Both are really good. This one is better with curses and specter stuff, and curses and aura effect. This is better with intelligence skill gems, where you're trying to hit a level threshold with levels. This is better when you need physical damage reduction. You have the craft and you have open suffixes on a rare. So this is rare. This is a unique, very specific, heavily curse aura based build, which is not what we do. We do summoner and specter. This is specter, curse, aura. Yeah, very specific. I did it before, and then I left it as that. We pulled up his build too. Is that this one? No, that's the old one. God damn it. Next. This is a crazy build. He has a soul rest. So this is a phantasm build. Devouring diadem. So automation. His devouring diadem eats corpses, and then he gets phantasms, and then the phantasms are doing this kind of damage. They have this kind of life, and they won't really survive. They look kind of squishy, dude. 9,000 life. 9,000 life, and he's got everything. Also, he's capping them with Commander of Darkness. So we know for a fact that this doesn't work. So it says they're res capped, but just delete 30. So you if you want them to live more, you take in Dom Army and you take Grave Intentions. Take these 3 points and then take the 6 towards this, and then you could change the pathing to get the 5 starter points from the Necro starter, because it's actually good. And I would highly recommend that, because yeah, and then you could actually go like a mistress. But I noticed you have Flesh Offering, so you're probably fine with that. And then you're doing Cyclone, Desecrate, Castle Channeling, Flesh Offering, Frost Bomb, Fortify. So I also noticed you're converting the Phantasm damage into cold. And then it's a spell cold, so you're doing Frost Bomb, and then you're doing Skitter Bots with the cold. You don't have Bone Chill. Okay, let me show you something. Yeah, you just gain damage. It increases the mana reserve, but just as a side, obviously. I won't do it to you, but you gain a lot of damage. Everyone who does cold does that, apparently. I don't do cold, but I know of it now and can recommend it when I notice that that's a key thing. So you went for cast speed. Oh, no, yeah, this is accuracy and crit. Ah, cool. But you're not doing anything anyways, are you? You're using the attack speed, but not the damage scaling. Like, your Cyclone's not going to do anything, is it? No. So, I'm not really sure about that. Why you would need the Ice Golem of all. Why not go, like, Chaos Golem for physical damage reduction, or Stone Golem for the life regen? You already have really high life regen, but you could go Chaos for the physical damage reduction. It's pretty good here. What did he need help with? Yeah, nice build, man. In this build, Triad Grip, oh no, the Ami, the +1 or and Endurance, or the Jinx Juju, you don't have anywhere near enough curses and auras and stuff, right, to make the Jinx Juju worth it, is it? I think it's better just to go, the super rare Ami, like where it has a ton of stuff, a bunch of stats. Unless on a budget. Jinx Juju is pretty good. On a budget, Jinx Juju is pretty good, and then past that, when you want to go like crazy, rare Ami. Yeah. Okay, nice. Next. Is that the other one that I was already looking at? We have this one. Anything would help, I guess. Don't really know how I could improve more. See, now that's just true honesty. So this one I've already looked at. This one I already looked at. So then this one. So he has a two-handed staff with aspect of the avian, spells, physical, attack speed, minion double damage. This shit is a pretty crazy fucking build. Look at this, +3 active skill, strength, intelligence, active skill, apply an extra curse. Then he's got the +2, the minimum endurance, +2 minion damage, +3 minion damage. What the fuck is this shit? Oh, look at this damage, 12 million damage with a carrion golem. And then you look in the stats, and let me show you. 100% impale, big fucking deeps. But now some reality checks is he put aspect of the avian in, but he doesn't have Saka walls. So I don't know how, like, you can't turn this on properly. So let's just leave it off. Yeah, that's all. Other than that, yep. So, dude, look at this build though, and look at the nodes he took. And then look at the, it's just increased crit, increased aura banner, reduced renewal dread march, renewal vicious bite, rotting claws, just max deeps, huge fucking deeps, 11 million carrion golems. Yup. Fuck the res, fuck the res, fuck the res. Don't know how the hell they actually, this isn't a real build. Like they don't, he has, his other minions won't live. They have no res. But but I love the POB. It's also boosted because of this, and this, and Flesh and Stone. You have to be like, you have to be on top of the enemy, so that's pretty big. But if you, and Mim, pretty good. But if you get all that, and you have the aspect of the avian going on, 12 million, dude. Huge. Actually insane. Nice build, dude. Nice work. I think I missed 2 points somehow. Because I'm noticing 121, but he was a level 100. Maybe he's missing 2 points. Maybe we just, that's the ultimate build review, dude. He's missing 2 skill points. He didn't know what to do. Well, you're missing 2. Nice, really nice build though. What the heck, man? Did you do skitterbots with the increased effect? But yeah, this is the next one. Salt the wounds. My minions die during hard boss fights. Enemy guardian dies frequently. Awakener gems aren't leveled, but I do like damage during boss fights like Minotaur if you help with more damage survivability. Thanks. Okay, ready? Ready? He said Minotaur. Wait, is this the right one? His minions die. So he's doing great at the Minotaur. He's got a brass dome. He literally is wearing the skin of the Minotaur, right? And he's like, but why do my minions die? So if you go into the calculations here, you'll see that you are 23, 21, 21. Yeah, pretty okay, right? Balanced, good build. Pog, balanced, good. Wow. Now this is your minion. Ready? It's immune to Ellie. Chaos. You haven't give it any chaos. Physical, 50. 50. 50. You didn't give it any physical. So then you go, well, what does that mean? Let me show you on a zombie. 50, 20. So you see how at 50 res, this is 35. This is 20. So if this was 75, this is like 50k. This is like 2.5 times more. So your shit has really bad physical damage reduction. Now let me show you this. Go into carrions and you say, why don't you have this? This is 8% physical damage reduction and another 15. Ready? 74. Take those off. 52. They go up 22 in 5 points in physical, and then they'll gain the LE, and then the, yep. They don't need the LE, but it's for the other ones. You have the Spectres and the Enemy Guardian, the Zombie. At least that has the Elemental Army, good. Your Spectres, Elemental Army, good. Nice, man, nice. So technically you had the build working without it. But now you're closer to not needing Elemental Army if you just take Grave Intentions, like our newer builds. If you just take Grave Intentions, you don't need Elemental Army, and you save like 3 whole gems because you could just put the Zombie in with the Spectre. Wait, why does this have Blood Magic if it doesn't? So the Blood Magic is for the Spectre, and so I was showing this, and then your Spectre link is the same thing. So if you just didn't have to have Elemental Army, and if you could have Zombie in here, that would be great. But then obviously you'd have to change some stuff. Some other stuff I noticed is you spent 4 points on a jewel socket, and then spent 3 more and 2 more, so 9 points on 2. So 4.5 points per notable. I don't think it's worth it. You have to get like more out of this for it to be worth it, right? The more you get, the better. And then so like you could take this out and then spend the points better probably, and it would be more effective than this. But overall, I would say that this is your biggest thing, getting Indomitable Army, especially for the physical damage reduction to fight Minotaur and shit. And then the anti-bleeding for Cyrus for your minion survivability. This is huge. Also, Grave Intentions gives a 10% of life as energy shield, which is good for survivability. If they're dying in Awakener, bleeding, and then the chaos and all the physical in Cyrus as well. So I hope that helps you. The last one, I just don't feel like I have damage during boss fights. I love for you to look at it, and it's SOs, Syndicate Operatives. So like I told you, it's funny because I went through a bunch of Syndicate Operative builds, and this is the first one I looked at because it was the most recent, but then I was like, oh, I should go through the old ones first and then do it in order. And so there's 3 Syndicate Operative builds. So here's another one. So this one is a 4-link. And I started with this one. He said, I have a damage problem. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? I look at the helmet. +3. Minion damage. Hypothermia. Crit. Minion, he has a damage problem. 151,000. It looks really fucking good. I look. GMP. Well, maybe you take that out for bossing. You switch it to like, well, you already have Predator. Yeah, normally you do like Feeding Frenzy for mapping and then Predator for bossing. And GMP, yeah, I guess you have to run that. Damn, pinpoint. Where is our pinpoint? And so it's nowhere near what it used to be. Holy shit. And then I'd say that you need the Maven boot +2 level of Spectres in your boot as a Maven upgrade, because your boot sucks. That's a +1 with life and 20 move speed. Yeah, so you Maven this shit, spend like 7x, 14x, 50/50 twice, and then get that extra level, dude. Let's see what that would do. Boom. Huge. No, I was just joking a little bit, but in reality, I think this is the highest DPS of all 3 of the Syndicate Operatives shown today, but all 3 of them complained about DPS, so I would say that they do need more based on this that's been shown today. All 3 of them complained about it with around the same damage, so I think all 3 of you do need more, and some options are, yeah, the level 2 boot, you want to get the God helmet, a God wand. You have that. Oh, you need the double damage wand. Double damage wand is like having an extra renewal. So do you see how this renewal on allocating this node will give your minions 8,000 less damage? And that's 8,000 of your 150, and that's because of the 6% chance to deal double damage. The wand would be 5% fractured, so it's pretty good. Highly recommend going for the crazy extra wand. And then as Spectres, you want to go 100% Necromantic Aegis and give Frenzies and Power Charges to your Spectres. To give an example of what that would look like, you would give 2 and 2 with a shield, not counting the other mods. That takes it from 150 to 200,000. That's 33% more DPS. So obviously I don't have everything enabled that I'm supposed to. I think that, again, if they don't have the Bone Chill on the Skitter... Okay, this guy has it. Bone Chill, Skitter. You could go Awaken Generosity. You can go for Aura Effect. You can go for... Awaken Text Touch, Double Curse. You can go for Assassin's Mark instead of going for the shield, or Poacher's Mark, depending on what you prefer. You could go for more Vicious Bites. You can go for more crit instead of this aura effect. You could go for more crit, the crit nodes, and instead of this life, you could go for crit, and more damage. Since you said you wanted damage, and I honestly don't think you should go Divine Flesh at all, so I just wouldn't do this at all. Just take that out, and your build's actually better. Your build's now better. I saved you points, and it's better. Yeah, just don't do that. That's a troll. Don't do that. That's old. They got nerfed. It was good, but then yeah, it got nerfed. So this is how I would update your build, some ways, and then I would highly recommend another curse, awaken hex touch, bunch of shit where you just spend a lot more currency. Basically, there's not really much of the budget things. It's just real big fat upgrades you're gonna make, and take this into the end game if you want. I'm not sure if you want to or not, but either way, those are all the build reviews. An hour of build reviews, every single build reviewed from the last build review. So like I said, leave a comment in the comment section below of your profile, your character name, and what problem you have, and I'll do a build review for you guys as well. It'll be same style. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys enjoyed the longer style of video, just an hour of me doing back to back of build reviews and seeing all these different people's builds and all the different mistakes and different takes and ways people play the game. And maybe this opens your eyes up. It maybe inspires you or motivates you or even helps you see the light or even the darkness that is in this game, but it's just a joke overall. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed this hour episode. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon, my YouTube members who financially support the channel. I can't do this without you guys, so thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!